Chanel from Chanel's Crochet, and I'm just doing a video today to show you of all the things I've made in the last couple of weeks. Preparing for market season, which is up in Australia. It's coming into spring and summer, so lots of markets, lots of prepping, and I wanted to show you also little bits that I get for my markets or just for my prepping in general as well, what I've got. So to get started, I've got a list here so I don't forget anything. So I started off with, I started this last week. So this was, I made 3 of these, 3 mini Shreks. So this is a free pattern on my Instagram page. It comes with, you can also get on my Instagram page, there's a Princess Fiona and a donkey. So today I've just made the Shrek. So I've got 3 of those for my next market. This also, was using the Yarnsmith chenille, and I get that from Wool Warehouse. Just because of all the tariffs and stuff at the moment, I find it best to go to the UK to get my yarn, and I really like the different colours. You can see most of my colours in this cupboard here are all Yarnsmith chenille, and it's just, yeah, great colours that they've got there. Next, I made a big Fury. Bit of fluff. So this is a big Fury from Pebbles Crochet. And I used again from Yarnsmith chenille, I used Snug as a Bug, so it's a little bit thicker, and I used a 6.5mm hook and 30mm glitter eyes, and he turned out massive. I also will be making the small version she has free on her page, because I like to have bigger and a smaller. Aeroplanes, I live close to an airport. So I'll be making some smaller ones in the coming weeks as well, ready for my market. Next, I have some octopuses. So when in Australia, it's very hard to get blanket yarn and chenille yarn and such. So we have one massive craft store. It's they're called mill end bags. So they don't actually have a brand or a color or anything like that. I do have one right here. I'll show you. So this is how our yarn comes. So no labels, no nothing. It's just comes in a bag. You don't know what you're getting, you know, and it's just all thrown in a big container at in the middle of the store, basically. So forgive me if I don't know all the yarns I use, because again, we just get them in those bags. So this was one of the yarns I got in one of the bags. So I think it's the blanket yarn, but I'm not sure exactly which color and brand it is. So this pattern here is by Crochet Carpenter, and I really like how it worked up, and it was quick to make, less than an hour to make, but I would like to see how it goes at my markets first. I find that when I make toys, a lot of my style is like the cutesy look, whereas this is obviously more of a realistic look. So I wanted to see what my clients get the feel for this one first before I make a gajillion of them. So yeah. Then going with that octopus theme, I got the new, well, it's not new, but I got the Humble Child crochet pattern. And I did it all in these rainbow colours. So he's just grey with a white tummy and then all nice rainbow colours under. So again, this is using the Yarnsmith chenille from Wool Warehouse that I get. And all the different, I just love how those colours all look together. So I have to take some nice videos and photos for Instagram as well. I just, yeah, think that looks really lovely. So next, I made a toy from a book. So I just got this. I just got it from Amazon because it was on sale. Pika Pow, I think how you say it. So I bought this book because I've just really loved the style of it. And I made, it's just on the back there, I've made the seagull. So this is using my Serene Tweed, which is this yarn just here, and that's from Big W. I know it's on clearance at the moment, so once it's gone, I don't think it will be coming back. So I'm stocking up as much as I can. And with that yarn, you can see there's all different colors just popping through, and I really like how this yarn looks, and it was just nice different make compared to what I usually do with chenille and such. So very cute, that one. So with the same yarn, I have finished all, I make frogs as well. So I've finished all the frogs. And these are the frogs here. And they're in little overalls. The overalls come off. And these hands also can be attached. So the idea is to hang it onto your handbag. And it just sits nicely like that. So I've made a whole bunch of different colours. Again with the serene tweed. So, and the lighter colours. So these are the new ones. I haven't brought the lighter colours before. So they'll be fun to see how they go. These really sell well for me at markets. So I'll be excited to bring them back to, I'm doing a Berwick market, which I haven't done in a few months, I would say. So it'll be nice to see what those clients think of these new ones. So I've been making more of my swings. I'm just making from my first pack, which is just the animal packs. So I sold out of all my frogs, so I've been making a bunch of frogs. And I've also made the cows. I agree completely. The cows are the best sellers. So I've got cows on swings. So I've made 4 of those. I've done 2 in black. And then I've done 2 with a brown colour instead this time. Just to try something a bit new. I still have to make the Highland cows and axolotls I sold out of the last market as well. So I'll be making a bunch more of these. And so I've just released a pattern and that is my chunky cow pattern. So that is now on my Etsy. So this is the Highland version. So this is in, this one's actually Premier Yarns, I can't remember the color of it, but it was one of the limited edition browns that they had, which I really like doing. I've only got 1 ball left, so I hope I can get my hands on more. And then I've made it, and also this is the and this is in the frosted yarn. So again, I was lucky enough to find this in a mill-end bag, this color, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this one was the blanket yarn frosted. Bernay, sorry, Bernay. So I've made those 2, and I have made 2 more. Just grab them. So this was another one, just with chenille yarn. So you've got the 2 chenille, and then there. And this one I used basic chenille for this one. So it had a little bit of a fuzzy look to it. So nice and chunky. Really like how these ones work up, and they work up fast. You can make one with under an hour. So that's now on my Etsy shop. Sorry, just reading my list. Yep. So the last one I have that I've made was something, I don't know if I want to sell it or not yet because it's just so fun, but I need the stock for market. But I made this, and it's from Madeline Mayco, and it's her Oogie Boogie pattern. So I used, again, mill end, but I'm pretty sure it's just Bernay blanket yarn in like a cream it looks like. I'm not sure what the color is, but I love how this worked up and all the stitching all around his body. It was really fun to make, and I'd love to make another one in green for the Oogie Boogie dance scene in the movie. So I really love this, and I think he's adorable. Really love him. And then last, keeping on theme, I have an obsession with cows. So I've made this big cow here. I want to make a few more for my markets. I'm still contemplating if I'm going to give them bags or not, but I really, I think my clients just love these kind of look because they're just nice and squishy, cute ones. I'm trying to think. The yarn I used for that was actually the Spotlight has their own blanket yarn. They're very limited colors. I think there's only like 8 colors they have, but I did use the white in that, and then I've used Bernay blanket for pink for both the ears and the muzzle. But yeah, the rest is the Spotlight version. So that's all the plushies. I think that's all the plushies I've made in the last few weeks. So also what I've got as well was I made an order. One of my friends, she makes eyes. Her handle is Yarn with Nikki, and so that's it for all my plushies that I've made in the last 2 weeks. So with my market coming up, I have ordered a few things. So one of them was the book that I've just shown you, and the other one, I've bought these new bags. So this is what I've been storing all my plushies in, and I just wanted something a bit sturdier because I do use not the book I do use plastic containers, but I've got young kids and they like to whack them because I haven't got much room to put them, so I've got them on the side here, and they're cracking slowly. So I'm hoping if I put them in this bag, they're going to be waterproof, childproof, hopefully. So they just came in a pack of 4, again, got from Amazon, and nice large size so we can fit all the plushies in. All my other plushies are at my parents' house, so I live an hour away from where I do most of my market, so I leave most of my stock or my setup for my markets all at my parents' house. So they have a very large house to allow me to have all their stock there. So I will be doing a market in November on my side of town in Sunbury after I do Berwick, and I'm planning to bring everything over to my house just so I can do another video in the coming weeks just to show you what I use for my display and such things like that. So yeah, anyway, so I think the last thing is I did buy some new items for stock for my house. So I did go to Spotlight, and they have their big bags of yarn. They were 95 and they've gone down to 25. So for $25 for these balls, you can see I've already started using some, but I bought 2 bags. So I've got that one and this one here. So I had already did use one. I made a meowth. I'll put that up here. I've made a meowth with this pattern, but I had to double strand it. So I used that and a 5mm hook, and I think it turned out really lovely. It is very thin to work with, so if you're going to use it as a single yarn, I would probably use maybe like a 3.5mm hook. It is thin compared to chenille yarn, or definitely blanket yarn. But if you double strand it, yeah, you'll probably get the same thickness as the chenille yarn there. So that's a good one. And then lastly, I ordered some eyes from my friend Yarn with Nikki. So she paints her own eyes, and she's up in Brisbane. So I just got these yesterday, and I am super excited to use them. So I make, like I showed you, I had that big fury. I'm going to make little furies. So I'm going to make white and black versions. And so I needed both the colours eyes so I can stock up ready for my market season. And I think that she's just, how beautiful those colours are. They're just perfect. I love the little matte look on it. Just gives it a little something different to usually you see glitter eyes or shiny. I really like the matte look that they give. So go check out Yarn with Nikki, and she'll I don't think she has her eyes on her shop yet, but I know they are coming out soon. I just messaged her and asked her if I could have some, so I was lucky enough to get them. And I think that's it. So sorry for talking so fast. I'm very new to this. I'm very nervous. But hopefully over time I will get slower and give you all the right information. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.